Hello, hello. Hey, everybody. How's it going? It's November. Are we ready for it? I don't know, but it's here. Can't do nothing about it. Kind of glad and a little like I'm behind again. It's like I'm gonna have all my ducks in a row when Christmas comes along, and I'm still behind. I'm still behind. Hey, Terry, how are you doing? Welcome, welcome everybody to the Painted Soul Studio, and welcome to the Painted Soul Creative Journey Group, and just welcome to November. What I thought we'd do today is just start. You're not ready. Terry's not ready for it. How many weekends is it till Christmas? Does anybody know? I probably asked a bad question. It's like we don't want to think about it. But tonight I'm going to start out. Let me make sure I got everything going right here. I hear a little echo. Y'all hear anything? I can't stand it. Y'all can't hear stuff. Hey, Melissa, and I can hear it. Let me check. Make sure. Oop, 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 oop. There it is. Wait. Give me a minute. There it goes. Yay! We can't stand that, can we? So tonight I got this little hexagon here. It's probably, I think it's about 6 inches across. Let's see, let me measure it real quick. Yes, it is. So it's nothing real big. It can be a little shelf sitter. It's one of those fall candles that you see that always smell real good. They usually smell like pumpkin spice. Hey, Stephanie. Hey, Pam. How are y'all tonight? Are y'all ready? It's November. Pam, you going to be cooking? Get all those recipes going for the holidays? So, well, back to this. This is going to be like in 2 parts. I'll be back tomorrow night to finish it up. But tonight, we're going to mainly concentrate on the background and getting our candle on here. So I got one that's already started, but I want to show you how to do the background, because when I do this background, it's a lot of paint. Let me fix my lights here. Sometimes the lights want to do funny things when I'm on StreamYard. That's okay. Okay, here we go. So I've got a little piece of canvas, just a regular piece of canvas. Now, as you can see, the background's just kind of modeled. I've got I painted the whole thing black. So we're just going to paint it black first. I'll slop a lot of black paint on here, and that's what I do with this canvas here. I'll put it on pretty thick. It on, just see, I'm just sticking it on there, and then I'm taking a little bit of brown, and I'm going to slap it in there. And just kind of cross hatching it up. It's what I call it. You're working hard on your candies and your recipes. I saw that cabbage soup you made tonight. That sure did look good. And then I'm going to add, I got a little bit of this berry wine. I'm just going to kind of stick it in there. See the colors? They're changing. Oh, what is going on with my light tonight? I have to move it again. I'm going to have to do like Melody, change something up because the lighting's changed in this room. But I'm just Tapping it on there. And it doesn't matter, it doesn't have to be perfect, but there's color in there. You can see it when it dries. It's kind of glossy right now because it's so wet. And then when it dries, I'm going to use my hair dryer on this piece real quick. Okay, this is it perfectly dried. If you do this piece or do this type of background, I'm going to come along and put some of that luscious gold in it. But I'll let it dry a little bit. Hey, everybody. Happy November. Okay. This piece was inspired by, what's her name? I learned how to do some flames from her too. I think her name's, well, I can't think of her name, but I know the name of her business, the Art Sherper. She did something like this one night. And I was like, I don't paint candles enough. But I kind of want this dry brush, and my brush is really wet. I'm cleaning it off. And then I'm just going to lay it in there like I did the rest of the background. Just kind of feather it in. Because there's a design going over the background, so you don't really have to worry about it too much. You can always add more like later on when we get in it. Now down here at the bottom, I just started going straight across. See, my brush is not really together. That I like it when the brush isn't together when I want this kind of effect too. We might have to do something to this little piece of canvas right here I already got painted up. And that's it. It looks like a kind of a muddy mess, but it's not. It turns out really pretty when you start putting your design on top of it. Yes, the Art Sherper. Yay, turkey and dressing. Yes, yum, 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 turkey and dressing. So I'm going to put this aside because it's so thick and so much layers of paint. I went ahead and painted another canvas up for us so we could start on our candle. Here we go. My chair's rolling away from my table. I have a chair that's got a mind of its own, but all I did was draw a cylinder. That's all that basically is. It's about as high as my fingers are, about as wide as my thumb. So it's not really big, but just draw yourself a cylinder on there. Then I went in and I blocked it out with white paint because I'm going to use orange, yellow, and this is a milky white. And I'm going to use that berry wine, but because those colors are so light, if I tried to paint it on this background, it would just, I would have to do many coats. This cuts down having to do so many coats of paint. So let me get, not sure what brush I want to start with. I have to be in a mood for a brush. And I think I'm going to start with my 10 round, which already has a blowout on it, and I hadn't even used it. I tell you what, the products we get these days. So I've got my candle kind of divided up. So I'm just going to go ahead and start with the orange up here at the top. And kind of get myself the out to there. I do another one right there. Paint this baby in. Y'all use a lot of candles during the holidays? You like to light a lot of them? Or is it a year-round thing? I like them all year. I like those candle melt too. Okay, the middle of it's going to have to stay that light color. Take some of that off of there. Leg. Blackish berry color that they have down here at the bottom. I want it to go there. Who's going out of town for Thanksgiving? Or is everybody staying at home? Candles are all year round there. Yes. Okay, I'm just blocking in my color. Okay, I need to keep this round. Don't need it going straight across because I need that illusion that this is round. Starting to look a little even. I'm going to take a little bit of my dark red, add it up here. It's a little bit darker on this side of the orange part. I like to turn my little pieces round and round, so I hope I don't make you guys dizzy. Orange. Fawn's birthday is on Thanksgiving. Cooking for 2 days. Let me guess. You gonna have some birthday cake? There we go again with the birthday cake, girls. Can't get away from it. Okay. Now on the top here, we got that little area where the candles burn down. So I'm gonna go in with my berry wine and put my little area in where it's kind of, melted down in the candle. It looks like a roll of colored toilet paper right now. You gonna bake a birthday cake? Oh, yum. What kind you gonna bake? Are you gonna do the original This little thing's gonna drive me crazy, y'all. It's a brand new brush. Okay, let's see if I can, that saved it. It's like picking up an ink pen and it won't write for you. Okay. Now, I'm going to add a little yellow up here at the top. I'm going to get this over here a little bit so y'all can see my palette. And I'm going to go, because I need a lot of light here in the top. Even though it's orange, we got a lot of light going on here from the flame. So let's go ahead and put a little yellow and we can darken it as we go. Put a little off-white in the middle so that it's dark. Start blending a little. Might be still a little too wet. Start moving our paint around. Telling it what to do. Okay. And I'm just going to darken it up with, keep darkening it with layers. I'm going to add a little bit of yellow down in this area. Orangey side. Let's say we got shadow on this side. So I'm going to make this side of the candle darker. So this orange. How are you doing, Melissa? Thank you. White cake with cream cheese icing. Listen to her. She's really going to make us envy. Yes, I like that orange better. Now this piece right here is not quite so, what do we call it, milky white. It might. So let's add a little bit of color in it. Reflection of the candle color. Keep it light, but I want it to look like part of the, I want it to jive with the candle. The whole thing to be cohesive, not like this big white middle in the middle of all this color. So let's add some shading. And then to do that, I'm using the color, the two colors of the stripes. So it'll start blending a little better. Let's add still a little more. Clean my brush off real good. I got a big blob of berry wine on it. Thank you, Stephanie. Does anybody have any of these candles? I don't have any of these candles right now. I can even kind of model this a little bit. I pounce in my paintbrush. I hope y'all can see. To me, it doesn't look dark enough on the screen. Take it to the edge. So I can come in with some white. Give it some highlight. Go up here and give some highlight too. If I don't like that much, I'm going to use my finger a little bit and kind of tap it in. Bone is spoiled rotten. I guess so with all the stuff you cooking, girl. Oh, okay. I need a little more yellow up here. A little yellow and orange. There we go. Get that. Yes, I like that better. A little water. A little bit of orange down in here. Take some of my berry wine and mix it. Yeah. It with the black. You know, this candle's kind of, that red is kind of dark, isn't it? Down here at the bottom, I won't go darker because it's the bottom's hitting the, there would be a little bit of shadow. I want to have some greenery right here, so all my blending and everything doesn't have to be perfect. Sometimes you can save some time when you think ahead about if you know what you're gonna, if it's not intuitive and you already know what you're gonna do, you can like, no, I'm gonna bring this greenery over here. So all this red, a lot of it's gonna be covered up. So I don't need to be just trying to make it perfect. I'm gonna blend this a little bit more. It still looks like a roll of toilet paper to me. Colored toilet paper. Okay, we'll take some of this yellow and this white. See if I can get me. A brighter yellow. There would be from my flame. I've got to have some reflecting. Right. Maybe there would be some reflecting right in here and over here on this side. Yeah, it's starting to come alive a bit. Put some more orange down in here. Now I'm going to put a flame right here. So before I put my flame in, I think I want to put a little bit of atmosphere. So I'm going to take a little bit of my yellow, my light yellow here. My flame's right in here. I'll kind of just scrub it up here, and then we'll take it around the corner. Hexagon. I'll kind of smear it out. Go out that way too. This is what we're going for right here. That smoky look. And take a little bit of white. Now, I got a lot of water on my brush when I do this. And if you don't like it, say, put some of this white in here. Go around the corner. Some of it over there. But I get carried away with it and I don't like it. I'll just take my rag and start dabbing it back. So don't be scared of your paint, is what I'm trying to tell you. Is just, if you can get to it before it dries real good, you can move it. You can even pull it off the canvas. Yeah, I know a little bit more right in there. It's just for some, even though it might not be perfect, real, it's just, it gives it atmosphere, a mood. Or you can even take your rag and move your finger around, and it's just modeling it. That's what I call it. There might be a more technical term for it, but it's cool when it's all said and done and over with. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do for right now. Now, I'm going to do a flame, and I'm going to do this one a little bit different than I did the other night for some girls that were in a group. Let's do, as you can see, this one I did, like you can see those little, I guess you call them wisps up through the middle of the flame. That's what we're going to do this time. So I'm really bad about not getting things right in the center. Let's do this. let's come down. We're just making this one a little more whimsical. A little B in the middle of it. See my little, it looks like a little M. Put that all white right there. What I'm doing? Bottom of it. A little bit of white. And probably behind it, it would have. It's real white when that wax is clear and melted. Okay, I'm just going to start right there. There would probably be shadows over here. Shadows around the, I call them shadows, but they're highlights. Do some highlights right in here. Right here on this edge. Let me see, I want to put some more yellow in first. Across here. A little bit lighter yellow. Way to that edge where it kind of just rounds off. Okay, this flame is going to be reflecting off. I have to give this a couple of coats because you want it really white. I'm kind of letting it where it looks like it's shining across that melted top there. Come back in with a little more. Kind of blend it in. Okay. Now I'm going to bring my wick on up. It has a little notch on the top of it. Take a little more yellow. Just going to add a little bit into the white here. My white still is not dried enough for me to mess with it. Get my hair dryer. Don't need to have it on hot. You can mess my paint up. Leave it on 10. Okay, I want to take a little red. I am going to add a little bit of this berry into my flame. I think maybe some berry and a little bit of orange. Just kind of add it in right here. I need a little water. I got it dry. Orange. And I'm going to put my little red dot at the top of my wick. I need my point really little. There. Okay. Now, since that's dried some, I'll come back in here with this white. Get even whiter. So it gives you that illusion you're kind of looking through the flame at the bottom there where your wick is. You know, so, like you're looking through to the other side of the little well that the wick is sitting in. Okay, I'm gonna take. Might need to let this dry a little bit, but I'm gonna go ahead and try it. For my yellow, put it more water. I got too dry. Since I've already put that modeling in the background, it already looks like it's pretty well lit. But I'm going to just bring it on down and let it wash out. Again on this side. Go out. See how it started glowing more around the wick and the flame? I can go out even further with that. And there it is. We're playing with fire. Okay, so I'm going to leave that alone for a little while because it needs to really dry. Or if I keep working it, I'm gonna pull the paint off of it, and I don't want to do that. So what I'm going to do is, like over here, we got these leaves in the background here. We're going to do that and do some more atmosphere. So all those are just leaves. Well, let's do this. Most of the time I just start doing them with my paintbrush, but a good tip is when you're not sure about things, you can come along with chalk. And let's say you want a leaf that comes in right here. I'm not really worried about if it's a perfect leaf. I just want to see these like jagged lines, and I want a leaf that kind of cut wispy up through here, and I got lines that, what are those maple leaves type thing? Maybe gives you the impression that they're a maple leaf. That one looks like a little critter, but we'll fix it. And I just take, so I got some berry and some brown. Just follow my lines. I'm going to do it real messy. I want it. See how far back I got my hand on the paintbrush? I'm just putting it in there. Well, I know it looks funny, but it's not going to look funny. It's all done with. It's all about just squiggly lines. I'm going to go back to my bigger brush to fill it in. So a lot of this black. That was a little too much. Sometimes when you get to trying to work loosely, you can get carried away, but you can always make it work. Also, I want some lines in there. I'll use my brown. I'm getting out of. See how dark that is? That's what we want. We don't want it standing out because the focus is the candle. This is just the background. You might want to come in with these colors and do a few wisps, like the pine needles or hints of there could be pine needles in the back behind. We don't know. We don't really care what's behind it. It just looks good. And when my paint dries, I can go back and erase those. You see how I got that dark leaf in there now. Okay. Now this one, I want it to have a little more color to it. So I'm going to do it in the brown, but I'm going to bring in some of this orange. And I'm going to start making it look like there's a leaf behind there again, a different type. Maybe it's just in a different stage of turning brown. Blocking it in. I take it around the corner because it makes for a nice piece when you do your corners and it just wraps on around like you would with wrapping paper. It's like a present. It's probably going to be a present. You spend all this time. And you can also take a little bit of this color up to the neck, that top leaf, and kind of model it in there too. So you have 2 leaves right there. This one I might, so that candle might be shining off of this one a little bit. So let's bring some of this yellow in. Might have a touch of some yellow right in there. So close. It's sort of like a blurred background is what you're doing. And let's blend those out a little bit. Since my paint's still wet. Okay. A little bit of this orange here. I want a little bit of wisp up here. Notice I don't want white. I just picked up white. Just a tad. I don't want white. I just want something. Maybe it's coming across back here and over here. A little bit of white. Still a little wet. Start making a few little veins real softly in my leaves. A candy corn colored candle for Halloween. Yes, we could have. Didn't think about that. Good idea, Chrissy. But that's it for right now tonight. Tomorrow night I'll be back at 8 o'clock and we'll work on embellishing our piece and finishing it up. Bring our greenery in. I think these are currants. I'm not sure what they call those things, but we've got a pine cone in there and just a little bit of greenery, and we will do a little bit more on our working on our flame right there. But that's it for tonight. And if the ladies that are on here on the Painted Soul Creative Journey group, tomorrow Christy Sloan will be on here with My Artful Adventures. She's always got some great paper crafting going on. We've got the Lives Painting Sisterhood will be on Wednesday night. It's a different type of style of painting where a group of ladies get together. I think we'll have 5 or 6 ladies painting at the same time, so you can get an idea of what a real paint party online is like, or just going in and painting with a group of ladies. We're doing that Wednesday night. Terry's gonna be here. Let's Be Artful on Thursday night. And then we have Stephanie Brooks with Sassy and Chic and All Things Unique on Friday. So we got a big week planned for everybody. And I think that's about it. Now, if you're not in the Painted Soul Creative Journey group and you're over on the Painted Soul Studio page, there's a place there where you can come and join in on the group with all the fun and activities we have. And that's it, guys. I'll see you tomorrow night at 8 o'clock and we'll finish this up, okay? Night. If I can hit the finish button.